One of the biggest releases of this year has to be Prey from Bethesda and Arcane Studios. This game has generated a lot of hype, but before you start, you should know some things about the game. So here are some quick facts about Prey. First off, Prey is a reboot of the entire franchise and does not have anything to do with the original game that launched in 2006 that was developed by Human Head Studios and published by Take-Two, or the cancelled sequel that was developed by the same studio but was being published by Bethesda. The first game had players taking control of a Cherokee Indian named Tommy, who along with his girlfriend and grandfather were kidnapped by an alien spaceship called the Sphere. It was his job to navigate the Sphere and rescue both his girlfriend and his grandfather. In its sequel, Prey 2, began development in 2009 when the rights to Prey transferred from 3D Realms to ZeniMax Media, the parent company for Bethesda. The game would have starred a US Marshal named Killian Samuels, whom after being kidnapped now works as a bounty hunter on an alien planet. The game was unfortunately cancelled, and now the reboot is being handled by Dishonored developer Arcane Studios. Prey takes place in an alternate timeline where Kennedy survives the assassination attempt and puts more money into the space program. This increased activity in space causes the attention of another alien race called the Typhon, forcing the USSR and the United States to join forces to defeat the alien race and create Talos 1, a research station orbiting the moon to imprison and eventually research the Typhon. However, fatal accidents prevented the US from correctly researching these new aliens and was forced to close down the station. After it was abandoned, a private corporation named Transstar took control of the station and, using the Typhon, created neuromods which can alter the brain chemistry of humans with Typhon qualities. You take control of Morgan Yu, male or female depending on your choice, in the year 2032. You're a test subject in an experiment, but the Typhon have broken free of Talos 1 and now have infected the entire station. Now it's up to you to survive the outbreak and attempt to figure out what the hell is going on. As I explained, the main enemies of Prey are an alien race called the Typhon. These creatures come in all shapes and forms, such as mimics that devour organic matter in order to multiply and can copy into any object in the game. Looking for duplicate objects in the environment is going to be mandatory if you plan to get the jump on these things. The second type of Typhon that you're going to encounter a lot are phantoms, which are created by the Typhon weavers and human DNA. They mix together to create these brand new creatures who speak about past events that happened to them when they were humans before they were taken possession of. Developer Arcane Studios even went as far to include their real names. 3 types of phantoms exist, each with their own elemental abilities: fire, electricity, and poison. Another Typhon, which is the strongest and most powerful of all the Typhon, is called the Nightmare, which will actively hunt Morgan throughout his journey depending on which upgrades you pick. If you played Bioshock, you probably drew a lot of connections between this game and the Bioshock franchise. Like Bioshock, powers are available ranging from human and supernatural abilities. Human abilities are separated into scientist, security, and engineering. Alien powers provide the most interesting abilities, such as the ability to possess objects, but the more you invest into the alien Typhon abilities, the less human you become. This means that ally turns will see you as hostile alien and attack you on sight. Also, the Nightmare, the creature I previously discussed about, you know, the one that you do not want to piss off and probably want to run from, will actively hunt you much more aggressively if he knows that you're using more Typhon abilities. This means he can sense you from greater distances, which means it can lead to a lot more confrontation. Speaking of weapons, you'll have an array of weapons from basic shotguns, pistols, even the wrench. And I guess they put that Easter egg in there as a reference to Bioshock because the wrench is the first weapon you get. But anyway, you also get things like the glob gun, which freezes enemies in these orbs of like glue, and other supernatural power weapons that look absolutely amazing. Resource gathering is also essential within the game. You can actually throw a grenade that dematerializes enemies into their natural resources, which is absolutely amazing. you use that material in order to craft new weapons, armor, and weapons, armor, and other essential tools. It's pretty cool that you can recycle old junk and just, get the raw material, which I actively did in the demo. So those are the 5 things you need to know about Prey. After playing the demo, I'm super excited for this game. It feels like a spiritual successor to BioShock, one of my favorite franchises of all time. Are you excited for Prey, or do you wish that Bethesda stuck with Prey 2? Let me know in the comments below, or probably you're not even interested in Prey. Let me know your opinion in the comment below, and as always, stay awesome.
It knows what you've forgotten. We've been testing a new kind of neuromod based on the Typhon organisms, mapping their neural patterns onto ours. Problem is, when you uninstall a neuromod, it resets your memory back to the moment you first put it in. That's why you forget. There's supposed to be a process to bring you back up to speed between test runs. But someone could just skip that part, turn a single day into your entire life. Well, that's exactly what Alex did. The question is, why? You're not gonna like what I have to